Mmm. Ha! Ah! 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 Not the mama! Ha! Welcome to the world of Mime Over Matter, and today we're going to be taking a look at Neca's Dinosaurs Baby Sinclair from the absolutely amazing TV show from back in the day, Dinosaurs. And thanks for Al for aggressively getting in the way and helping to unbox. But let's take a look at this adorable little figure. As far as articulated action figures go, this is a very tiny one, but it's a baby and it's scaled to the other characters in the show. They've done Earl Sinclair, so it makes sense why he's so tiny. And NECA made up for that with just jam packing the accessories in here. So we're gonna have a good time just seeing all the fun stuff. The articulation seems pretty good, although the character itself is not too articulated. He is a puppet who just sits in a crib most of the time or gets thrown across the room. But we have the leg articulation with the knees, so we can have him kick while he's sitting in his high chair. We have his arms where he can lose his hand, he can wave at people. So the hand easily comes out, but there's some swappable hands in there, so that is not a problem. We got some shoulder articulation, and then we got a little bit of tail articulation, and then the head goes back and forth and up and down. So yeah, for now we're just going to sit him right here until we can get his high chair out, and that's where he's going to be spending most of his times, relaxing all cool. And before we get to the rest of the accessories, I just want to take a minute to appreciate the box art. It's vibrant, it highlights the toy, it highlights all the accessories. It's just a really nice, eye-catching box. It's got the logo of the Dinosaurs TV show, and just, I love it. You can't not smile when you look at Baby Sinclair. Unless, of course, you're a monster. Well, in that case, I mean, that goes without saying, but the normal person, you look at this guy, adorable. So let's slide out his inner packaging so we can start playing with those and just take a moment to appreciate the backdrop. It's the street that they live on, so I'll probably take that out and perhaps make some stop motions with that later. That seems like a good time. And look at all that good stuff. So we're gonna start off by taking out his high chair so that he can sit in it, because just sitting him on the chair, he's a baby. That's dangerous. He needs support. And there's the support that he needs, a nice high chair fashioned off of the show. So now we can get a closer look at it. Looks like the tray on the top comes off. Looks like it clips in there so that we can get our baby Sinclair in and out of it. So we're not going to put the tray on quite yet and hold him in there because we still have to put his tail on. So we will do that afterwards. And then there's a nice little backdrop on there so that if he's making a mess, we can easily just clean that. So it looks like it just kind of clips on. It's not soft goods, it's a hard piece of plastic. I do believe I put it on backwards, so we'll just flip that around. Oh, yep, that clips in much better. That is fancy. And then to give him proper balance, we are going to need to put his tail on there. So there it is. It's a solid piece of plastic that goes on a peg, so it's got some limited articulation, which you wouldn't expect it to be more than that because Baby Sinclair on the show, his tail mostly just sits there, and then there we go. It could wag a little bit, so not too bad. And then it slides right into the high chair, and then there we go. That is a fine looking tail. And then we get a nice little frying pan that he can use to hit people with. Sorry, Alf, you're probably going to get hit once or twice. And we've got a spoon also for thwapping things with. He just hits people with everything. Highest cause of blunt force trauma back in the prehistoric times was Baby Sinclair. He's got his remote and beep 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 beep. Oh wow, look at that. Stop motion time. Mm. Oof. Well, that was a good time. All right, so let's get back to the accessories. He's got his milk bottle, so in case he's thirsty, because, he's a baby, so we got to feed him every now and again. We've got his slingshot, also because he's a baby and you need to defend yourselves. So there's a nice little slingshot that he can use to, hit people with rocks, as a baby would. And then we've got his toys, which I find incredibly hilarious. It's a dinosaur toy who comes with his very own dinosaur toys. So looks like we've got an Ankylosaurus. The green guy is like maybe a T-Rex. And then we've got a Brachiosaurus in yellow. Just absolutely amazing. These guys are fun. I really like these guys. I will probably use those in a lot of stop motions. So for now, we're not going to put them on the floor. we're going to give them their own seat so we can see them in full view. And Alf's going to look over them. And we've got a bowl. So we've got some food for our baby that we can put in there. And we have his alternate head, which comes with his golden horn. This is when, everyone knows the greatest way to start a cult is to grow a gold unicorn horn. So baby Sinclair did that. I just love the expression. That's like, he does the expression of a lot in the show where he kind of pulls his lip in and does his weird smile. So I'm really glad that they gave us one of those heads. And we've got these very specific hands that look like they are designed for certain accessories. So we can hold the bat with one. And then the other hand looks like it is designed just to hold the bottle. It's got a wide kind of grip on it. And then we've got this one, which just has a very skinny hole in it, which is designed for nothing other than the spoon. So we've got two hands that are just designed exclusively for certain accessories, and then the other ones hold everything else. So it's just like normal holding hands. So, and you could probably put some other neck accessories in there. But the spoon one is absolutely hilarious. It just has a very tiny little sliver in there for it. Then we've got a delicious looking caveman cookie. Just a lot of detail and a very flat, small accessory. So love when they put that much extra. Oh, now we've got a Georgie the Hippo, which was the TV show on the show, which was like Barney the dinosaur. Again, all of these concepts on the show are just always absolutely hysterical. It's very much sad. Oh, we've got food for him. And then we'll just put that right in the bowl. And that looks delicious. So now to properly feed him, we're going to have to get his tray ready so that he doesn't make a mess. So as we took it off before, we're going to put it on the same way. It's got the pegs on there, so it kind of clips in the back. Then you put the pegs on, and then it kind of holds it in place. His tail goes through the back. And this is probably the proper way to display him as well, since he is a baby. That's how he's seen on the show mostly. So that looks pretty good. Now we've got our delicious little snack that we could put on there on his tray. He is good to eat it. And then we'll just get Alf set up to feed him because, Alf is just that kind of guy. He'll help out baby Sinclair when possible. I guess that is when they're not fighting over food, but otherwise, Alf is A-okay. Baby Sinclair's amazing. Really fun accessories for this action figure. Just jam-packed with all sorts of good stuff. High chair is amazing. Thumbs up on this one.